What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. And a lot of people been asking me about FBGDuck case. You know, it's a lot of news coming out that's breaking out of Chicago right now. People are talking about who's the shooter. We've been hearing shit about the location, but it's a lot of things been going on though about the Fed case. A lot of people don't understand that it's a lot of information that got to be found and figured out before you can just fully convict a lot of people. I'm not sure if a lot of people realize that. We actually filming Caught Lacking episode 4, so I'm taking a little smoke break right now, as you can see. But people was talking about that. I don't think people understand it's a criteria that you have to follow to lock people up. You know, the motive, murder weapon, and all kind of things like that. The feds need to know who was the shooter. You know, which bullets actually went into Duck from which gunman and shit like that. Police is alleging it was several gunmen. I done heard 4, I done heard 5. I think the newspaper and the affidavit states 4 shooters. They need to figure out which bullets actually killed Duck, because there was a lot of bullets that went in him. From the papers, they say about 15 or more, so we don't really know exactly who the shooters is, you know. Was it Muwop? Was it Kenny Mack? Was it C-Thing? Was it C-Murder? You know, people don't really know exactly who was the shooter. And I'm hearing that none of them is talking. Nobody is cooperating with the police. Nobody is working with the feds. People don't understand that, you know, when the feds get involved, they pretty much been watching for a little while. The feds didn't just jump in this later on and say, okay, we're going to look into it. They've been looking into this. Once they finally came down with the indictments, that meant that people was being watched by the feds. This wasn't no secret. To be honest with you, I think a lot of those guys knew they were being watched by the feds. You know, and I think this one of the cases where the music is pretty much going to play a part. A lot of people say, man, you can't use music in this shit. I think music gonna play a part in this. They're gonna use those diss songs towards the Duck, and I think that can hurt a little bit. And I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, because Jay-Z and a lot of people trying to fight against that shit, but just think about it. These guys got diss songs out against Duck, you know, and this diss songs they didn't drop after his death, you know, and I just think that's gonna play hard on the jury. You gotta remember, it's 12 people gonna judge these fates, and that courtroom become like a fucking award show, you know, with a lot of performances, especially from the lawyers and shit. You know, they gonna paint these guys as crazy killers who even rapped about it. I just think, you know, everybody keep their mouth closed, you know, and things like that. It's a possibility, but to be honest with you, when the feds come in, it's kind of hard to beat. Now remember, all these guys is innocent to proven guilty. All this is allegedly, so we ain't gonna do the feds case. But I've been hearing that the feds want to know who is the shooters, you know. I've been getting this information from people close to the case. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to get nobody caught up or nothing. Just give them truth teller information. But I'm hearing, you know, they're trying to figure out who the shooters was in the FBGDuck case. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to keep you updated on this because it's a lot of information that's coming out. You know, people saying they weren't there, they weren't at the crime scene. Hell, to be honest with you, these 5 guys who locked up for this case saying they don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, you know. So it's kind of crazy because these guys are saying they innocent while the feds are saying they did it. So it's going to play out. We're going to be following this case as it goes. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel.